everybody. Welcome to a session of Barbie Rocks. Today's video is going to highlight Barbie Rocks collection on the fantastic and funtastic Bubblecuts. So I'm going to give you a little background information about Bubblecuts and collecting Bubblecuts. And if you want to be a collector, what to look for, how to collect them, where to collect them, cost of them, when they came out. Okay, so let's get started. First, I want to say that in Mattel sold Bubblecuts in the year 1961 to 1967. And I'm going to give you a little bit background information about the years and what was happening to Bubblecuts during that time. Bubblecuts were sold in this here. They were sold in this red jersey knit. It's a red jersey material, and it's very, very stretchable. So there were no clasp. Bubblecut's body fit slid right into the jersey knit material quite easily. With the Bubblecuts, they sold from 1961 to 1967, and in the original red bathing suit, they sold from $3, and any add-ons were anywhere from $1 to $5, so any accessory add-ons. This is the Bubblecut, and isn't she beautiful? So Bubblecut came with the rooted hair, and as you can see, they're all rooted in. They also had molded eyelashes. Can you see the molded eyelashes? What a fun way of designing head sculpt. Look at the retrousse nose on this little Bubblecut. Okay, they have molded eyelashes. The body, they were 11.5 inches tall. This is what they look like. Let me hold that up. So I'm going to hold her up. So this is what the Bubblecut looked like. This one has a greasy face, and that is the vinyl deteriorating. And we'll speak about that a little bit more of why this is happening. The Bubblecut, this is the arms of the Bubblecut, joints of articulation in the arms. Look at the dainty sculpt of the hands. Can you see the detail they had made with the finger? Do you see how the little pinky finger is separated from the thumb? Really detailed. Downwards to the legs. The leg has no articulation. It's a straight leg. And here are the toes of a Bubblecut. They usually had red painted toes. And there is the other hand of the Bubblecut. So when you are thrifting, if you want to thrift and rescue these Bubblecuts, what you look for is make sure there are no green ears, for starters. Make sure the hands and fingers are not missing. Make sure there are no toes missing. For example, let me show you this Bubblecut right here, where it has a quite a bit of degree of green ear. See that? But what you can look for Bubblecuts is Bubblecuts, you can search them by thrifting thrift stores if you're lucky, or you can actually thrift them on eBay. I'm guessing that they run about now around anywhere from, I would say, about $25 and upwards and onwards, depending on the rarity of the dolls. Okay, what do I want to say? The dolls also have a swivel head, so can you see it can swivel? And I think they're just beautiful. It's a hard plastic and hollow. Can you hear that? Fingers are all molded. Here we are. And what I wanted to say, they had that most popular hairdo in the 1960s, which was that classy bouffant hair. Look at that bouffant. Don't you just love it? It was so classy then in 1960. Okay, what else do I want to mention? Okay, so they had hollow torsos. I'm going to go over the hair colors. So the hair colors came out in, let's see here, Titan Red. So here is a Titan Red. They came out in brunette. Here's a dark brunette. They also came in blonde, lemon blonde, ash blonde, In 1964, they came out with a darker brunette which looked like a darker fudge color. Okay, so I'm going to say in 1961, you can tell an older doll. Let me just tell you, when it came out in 1961, an older doll may have oily face. So this one here is probably, I'm guessing, an older doll. On the bottom of the feet, you will see the markings that say Japan. This one, okay, so let me grab a older doll. I think this one here, you see the narrow face? Okay, so you'll know in 1961 it's an older doll because it will have a more narrow face. See how narrow this doll Bubblecut is? And also to indicate an older doll, you'll look at the bottom of the leg, of the foot, and it will say that it will have stamped Japan. So that will indicate the older doll. Now, because this is a 1961, it's an older doll. Now, if I flip up this one here, you see how the Japan marking is right at the top of the toe rather than on the bottom of the sole here. It's at the top there. So that would indicate an older doll. Later doll. So 1961, they were thinner face, and then as the years progressed, they became wider and chubbier. So if I can take my camera and just show you my Bubblecuts, okay? And that's how you classify and identify your Bubblecuts. The face, you see how wide the face is? Okay, you see how wide that is compared to this one here? Or look at this one here. Let me to the bottom of her feet. Okay, that one again is Japan. It's hard to focus, but it's on the bottom of the feet, not at the tip. So this doll definitely is an older 1961 doll. Look how narrow her face is. The face is so narrow, and look at the one beside her. So this may have been older than 1961. Her face is so thin, and again, the greasy face is another indication, because of the vinyl they use, will indicate that this doll is an older one than this one. Look how wide her face is as compared to this one. Okay, so all the different hair colors, again, Titan red, ash blonde, lots of blonde, and they had brunette. Now, so 1961 oily face. By 1962, Mattel had the oily face with a new vinyl. So 1962, you will not see the oily face again. But in 1962, they had a new vinyl and a fuller and looser hair. So by 1962, the bouffant here, fuller and looser. So can you see, just by the Bubblecuts that I've collected, can you see all the different hairs? Look how full this one is. Okay. Now look at this one. In 1961, it was not as full. And then as the years progressed, the face became wider and the hair became poofier. Here we are. I'm gonna just talk and educate right now, and then I'm gonna pan around and show you exactly all the dolls. Okay, so by 1962, the hair was fuller and looser, and there was a peach lip shade on the lips. So the lips became a peach color. So as you can see, with these particular dolls, it's really hard to identify because a lot of people did OOKs on these dolls. Like, they did their own painting. So a lot of the lip color, as you can see, like this one is a coral. And I don't know if it's original, but if it was original, it would have faded. So most Bubblecuts lips faded. But if you can find the color of the lip, it will help date the doll. Like here's a pink one. I don't know if that was it looks like it was touched up. This one here is a white. I don't know if that's original. It looks like these are all touched up. Look at her lips. I think that's touched up. So fascinating just to study the lips. Again, this one here is a thinner face, greasy face again, so you can tell the vinyl is deteriorating there. This one has a real greasy face. So this indicates an older doll. Here we are. See all the different lip colors? Okay. wanted to say is that in 1963, the faces became plumper with lips of coral. By 1964, the hair, the lemon blonde hair came out. Ash blonde here, so lemon blonde. Let's find a lemon blonde in my collection here. Here's a lemon blonde. So lemon blonde came out. Ash blonde, there was red, brunette, dark fudge came out rather than jet black. And sometimes the hair became huger. Look at this lemon blonde here. Look at her here. Wow, isn't that interesting? She's got green hair. It looks like this. Do you think this one was touched up? Because look how perfect her lips are. Okay. What else do I want to say? The model on these are number 850. Of course, issue date was 1961 to 1967. I talked about all the different hair colors and all the different face. The original was the black and white striped bathing suit and the red jersey knit. So this was the original bathing suit here. Okay, so let's go and take a look at my collection. And in 1964 and 1965, Mattel released a Bubblecut with a new hairstyle, the side thatch rooting pattern, that made the distinctive side part difficult to unpart. These dolls were sold in Europe and Canada, but not in the United States. There are also transitional dolls that have a side part, an American Girl face. These transitional dolls were made during the transitional from a side part Bubblecut to the American Girl. So you can identify the transitional doll because her head will have the traditional American Girl marking on the inner rim of the doll head. These are probably the rarest and the most valuable Bubblecut Barbies. So isn't that interesting? That they say they're also the rarest Bubblecut are the ones that have the brownette hair color. Now these are my colors of my dolls, and I think these are more the ash blonde. So I don't know what a brownette doll looks like, but I would love to see one. What's interesting also was the coral lips also faded to the butter yellow. So if you find a side part Barbie doll, which is very rare, it had one little extra hair plug at the beginning, and it had coral lips that faded to a butter yellow. So let's take a look at my dolls here. Can I identify any of my dolls with a butter yellow lips? Let's take a look. Butter yellow we're looking for. So as you can see how the lips have faded in time. It's hard with my dolls. I really have to do an in-depth study because a lot of the lips here were touched up. So here we are. There's a greasy face. Greasy face indicates older dolls. So it looks like I've got another greasy. She's a greasy face. She's a greasy face. And look how thin her face sculpt is. So those are older dolls. She's another one. That one's definitely touched up. And as the years progress, the bouffant Bubblecut hairstyle became fuller and fuller. Look at that rich jet black hair, the brunette. Isn't that gorgeous? So I did a video on how to make these earrings for dolls, for your dolls, just to make them safe so you don't have this green hair happening. Okay, so here we are, and see all the lip colors? And so let's take a look at this bubble. Isn't she gorgeous? And she's got the blue liner on top. And here is another one, the blue eyeliner. On top is fading a tad. And then let's look at this one here. So as you can see, there's a blue eyeliner on top. Black eyeliner, and then you've got the turquoise pupils and the dot pupil with a white dot and different lip colors. And let's take a look at her. So of course hers is fading. And let's take a look at this one here. Oh, her turquoise turquoise blue eyeshadow is still there. How beautiful. And here's another one. And here's another one. So let's take a look. This one here is, she's wearing a Best Buy number 3203. There's her bow and her red dots and black dots. So beautiful. And this outfit is called the number 981 Busy Gal. Just going to talk about a little bit about the outfit so that if you're interested, you can search out these outfits. This one is the 1961 Golden Red Elegance Brocade Ensemble. This bubble cut here is wearing the 1964 number 959 Theater Date. This Barbie here is wearing a skater outfit. This one here is wearing, I believe it's called a Tropicana. And this one here is called Red Flare. This one here, she is beautiful, dark brunette. Her lips are faded. She's wearing the nurse's outfit. Here we are wearing 959 Career Girl. Outfit 959 Career Girl. Beautiful. Here's a little funky, jazzy, mod looking outfit. Paired with some orange shoes. This one here at 933 Movie Date. This one here is called the Bubblecut in the Open Road, number 985 Open Road. She's beautiful. And here is another one called Cruise Stripe, number 918. This is Cruise Stripe, number 918. Here we are. There's a bubble cut in a British colony clone dress, and it's gorgeous. And this one here is called Bubble Cut, Greasy Face Garden Party number 931, and gorgeous, gorgeous outfits. And with the garden party, look at the cute little pink bow there. And how they've put the lace in between underneath. Okay, we have another bubble cup wearing After 5, number 934. And look at her face. So a lot of these bubble cuts, I was lucky enough to be able to go to a doll show and thrift them for about $20 each. Here we are, and looks like someone tried to touch up this bubble cut, but I really like leaving the bubble cuts the way I found them. And here we are, she's got a little bit of the black eyeliner missing, red lips, and who else do we have? I'm gonna be talking more about the clothes. This one here, bubble cuts wearing a senior prom, number 951. Look at her greasy face. She definitely is an older bubble cut. And can you see the greasy face in the glare of the light? And there is the gorgeous, gorgeous dress. And then here is another red Titan. She is wearing, I believe it's called 976, and it is called the Sweater Girl, number 976. She's wearing the Sweater Girl. This one here, I believe that's Career Girl. Isn't that a gorgeous outfit? look at the deep, rich colors of this bubble cut. And look at all the different shapes of bubble cuts here. And here is another one with coralets. And this one's wearing, she's a darker blonde. She's wearing a skater outfit, and I think that's a theater date. So here we are. And let's take a look at the one standing there. Isn't she gorgeous? And look at her fur coat. And her belt. And I love the detail. Sparkles in her dress. We have another bubble cut there. And again, look at the fullness of the bouffant hairstyle. This bubble cut is wearing the Evening Splendor. Number 961, Evening Splendor. Look how beautiful she is. And over to another bubble cut, which is a blonde. This one looks as, to me, like the face is touched up. So let me do a close-up look. Oh, she's gorgeous. And I'm loving her dress. And these are just bubble cuts I put in just other beautiful Barbie dresses. And here's another one with, she's got a greasy face. And I put her in a bridal gown. And there is another bubble cut. She looks gorgeous in her gown. And then here we are. We've got another brunette Barbie, and she is the bubble cut, wearing Saturday matinee tweed jacket and skirt. Isn't she gorgeous? Just look at the detail in the tweed material. Look at the buttons. Look at the fox fur around the trimming around the jacket. Oh my goodness, gorgeous, just gorgeous. And there is another blonde bubble cut. So pan around and let's take a look at my entire collection. So let me stand back. So I've laid them out. Here we are. This is the entire collection. I've laid them out, as you can see. And let's stand back. So here we are. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed and have fun and have a little education from Barbie Rocks. And here we are. And let's do a final pan around of all the bubble cuts and all the different shades of hair and all the different features. Thanks for tuning in and have a bubblicious day.